I guess it's about time to go live, huh?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, you're speaking on it right now.
Yeah, me.
Re.
Re.
Might as well just pump in the PS4 music while this
Yeah,
happens.
absolutely.
So, hi. I'm just gonna try to explain some things to you with DSP. First of all, I think a really big thing to understand Phil Burnell, DSP Gaming. One of his most like egregious controversies is the incident, and the incident is basically him getting to know himself pretty comfortably on stream rather. So let's,
Yeah.
let's let's go straight to that. You can see the video here. But
Yes.
Phil, this is a full video right here. Phil doesn't think the camera's on, so this is his pre-stream, right?
Hmm.
And it's very peaceful. Looks like he's gonna be playing some. It's like Neo Returns. Yeah, Neo
No,
Returns.
yeah, the music's really
It's
calming.
very calming. Sony did a great job with that. This is just the,
Yeah.
you know how Xbox has like the home? The Xbox doesn't have like an audio to it, but the PlayStation
No.
does.
PlayStation does have that over Xbox.
Mm-hmm. So this is a pretty long video. But as you can
Yeah, the
see,
stream will be starting.
up in the corner, he's doing some research.
Hmm.
I wonder what he's doing. The hair is a little unkempt to be going on a live stream. Uh, Granted, well, I don't know. He doesn't know the camera's on.
No, the stream's just starting
Yeah.
shortly.
So,
We're still getting ready.
yes, the stream will be starting shortly. Please stand by. You know, this was in 2016, so that was 9 years ago. So, if my
Yeah.
math serves me right, he says he's been a 16-year content creator in like 2024, 2025. So,
Mm-hmm.
2016,
9
uh,
years ago.
9 years ago, what that's maths.
9 years ago would wait. Math.
So it'd be 7 years of content creation
Yeah, at that point.
at this point. So he'd be starting in like 2011, right?
Yeah.
Uh, at least maybe streaming. I don't know. I don't know that depth of history, but as you can see, we're still in the pre-stream here. I was gonna
Mhm.
say, you'd think with 7 years of content creation, you'd have a little bit more of a beautiful, aesthetically pleasing looking like intro screen, right?
Yeah, the yellow text is a choice for
Mm-hmm.
sure.
And it's like opaque, like it's
Yeah.
transparent to a certain point. It just doesn't look good. Granted,
No,
sorry,
no, it doesn't.
no,
It'd
no,
look better if like if it was like the rainbow VHS screen, from way back when.
yeah,
That'd
um,
be themed.
that
I've
was
already done better than him.
right, and that would have been like totally possible back in 2016. Um,
Absolutely.
but I think as we'll get to know, Phil wasn't really in the best headspace around this time. Oh, it looks like he's got the video he wants, and he's starting to get to work here. Uh,
Oh,
uh, well,
wait.
he's polishing some shoes, I guess, some silverware. I don't think he's ever worked in the food service industry.
No, that's
Um,
not how you polish silverware.
but he's hard at work. Uh he's getting those things done. He's getting the silverware rolled. Um
Yeah,
yeah, it's either
that's
that,
not how you roll silverware.
or he's churning butter. I'm not quite sure. Oh, actually, he's not a fan of this
Wait,
one, so
hold
he's
on.
gonna go back and
Gotta change it.
not a good tutorial for churning butter.
Gotta set the new iPad baby video.
Right. Who knows? He could just be like stirring. He's got like a really hot bowl of soup, and he could just be like stirring it to cool it off. And he just wasn't happy with that the YouTube video.
He's gotta watch his pre-stream hype videos.
Right. That's a great way to put it.
Yeah.
Well, oh wow, he's really getting to work here. Ooh, that horseshoe is looking very poignant. I think honestly, this was one of Phil's best like hair looks. Because
It just
he's
goes downhill from here?
I don't, I wouldn't say that. I just think, you know, he's looking real wild here. You can see the texture in his hair. It's, I don't know, it's very textured. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, no,
Um,
it's got some waves,
and
some
at this point, I think he stopped using. Oh, the cats are being fed. Great. I think he stopped using like the texturing gels, and he just started to comb it back. And I don't think he was showering much at this time either. So, oh,
I don't like the determination on his face.
I mean, if you get a stream, you're about to entertain like a bunch of people, right?
It's
Hypothetically.
true. It's just it's determined.
It is determined. And I don't like the black shirt. It's like he's got really
He's a floating head.
he's a floating head. He's got the black shirt that's blending into the
floating
couch.
head.
Oh,
Oh wait.
Oh.
Wait, what's happening?
uh-oh. 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 Seems to be having some sort of indigestion. Oh boy. He's having a vertigo or something. He's getting real dizzy. All right. Well, oh, okay. All right. Changing the video. Not a good angle, Phil. Not a big fan of that. Anyways, he's gonna do that. Mind you,
Oh my god.
this is 2016, May 1st. He's got he doesn't have like a lot of viewers, but he's certainly got more than he does now.
Yeah?
Because he'll stream nowadays and he only gets like max 200 people watching. Back then,
What did he get back? What did he have for this?
back then he was probably running like 400, 600 people
Oh,
a stream.
400 to 600 people saw this.
Right. And then people were restreaming this even back then.
Oh gosh.
There was another prominent group back then called the Sons of Kojima. It was like
Okay.
the first organized detractor group. I'm sure some of them were restreaming this. Because that's how we have these videos.
Yeah, true.
People were recording it.
Yeah.
I feel bad for the random people in the who to follow down there. Those faces are just burned into history now.
Oh yeah, those poor people.
Is he cleaning up right now? What's happening? Oh, he's hydrating.
He's hydrating.
He's taking a little gin sip here and there.
Yeah.
I'm gonna check. All right, we've been watching this for 8 minutes.
Oh my gosh. 8 minutes?
8 minutes.
8 minutes?
He still doesn't know that he's being recorded and he's broadcasting live.
Clearly.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, he's going back to work, it looks like.
No.
It was a hydration break. Sorry,
No.
gang. I got a little distracted. Yeah.
No.
Looks like he is.
He's not.
He's churning that butter.
He's churning the butter again.
He's churning that butter, separating the curd from the whey.
Oh my god. Like what is
He's looking in the other corner.
What is going on in the mind right now?
Oh, let me just start up the game real quick.
What?
Is he looking at the thumbnail of the guy? The
yeah.
Neo?
Yeah, he is.
Because he's still going at it, right? Yeah, there's a little...
Yeah. Oh, God.
Yikes.
Oh, big yikes.
Big yikes.
Big yikes.
Big.
No,
Well,
no.
As big as Best Buy receipt. That's as far as we know. And I'll tell you that context later as well.
Okay. Best Buy receipt.
Yeah. Oh, and that seemed like the grand... Oh, there's the grand finale. There's the grand finale.
No, no, no.
No, he just had like he finally cracked his lower back. His herniated discs are fully healed now.
Oh
It's
my
that
god.
delicious Seattle air.
Oh my god.
He's leaning in, he's clearing his cache, bleeding those cookies and those histories. Or is he checking champions? Is it champions at this point? I'm not quite sure. He's certainly not washing his hands.
No.
At this point. Oh, he's taking a look at his magnum opus.
Ugh.
Oh. All right, Phil. All right. Oh, hydration. There you go. Little Mountain Dew kickstart. We feeling good? Oh, okay. See you, champ.
Oh no. Oh, that could have been so bad.
It certainly could have.
That could have been so bad.
It certainly could have. Now.
Oh my god, that was scary.
Now, why did he start the pre-stream? Why did he do that? Oh, and he's got a controller. He's ready to go.
Are you my English teacher?
I am.
Why do you think the author?
I'm your history teacher.
Yeah.
Right,
why do you think the author started his stream?
He's building up hype. He's trying to get people in the lobby, waiting for him to get going while he's getting going behind the scenes.
He's getting ready while they're getting ready.
Right. What is he doing now? Texting? What do you think?
I just don't know when he cleaned up.
He's certainly not being... I mean, I wouldn't use that controller. I don't know about you.
No, I would... No. No. Not at all.
He's still thinking about it.
And
how much longer?
He still doesn't know. He still hasn't realized that all of this has been
He
on
still hasn't.
air.
I'm gonna steal one of the tabs here. It's gonna freak out for a bit. Okay, you're fine.
All's well.
He's just hanging out. He is just hanging out.
Oh.
Oh, leaning in, checking out things, maybe posting a quick big tweet.
What is up, everyone?
Oh, hi.
Hello,
Hi, Phil.
hello, and welcome. Oh, the camera's on.
What a snort.
The camera's been on the whole time, huh? I don't even know.
Oh,
Hello.
oh my god. Now, wait, pause.
I'm paused.
Oh my gosh, what a way.
So,
What an entrance. What is okay. So
please ask your questions.
I don't even have a question. I'm just really processing what just happened. So,
Yeah.
we had a hey, a snort
Right.
of epic proportions, and then a realization that the camera's been on the whole time. Okay, that's, yeah.
You can hear the mic come in.
What is up, everyone?
Yeah.
Hello,
The noise
and
center.
welcome. Oh, the camera's on.
Oh, you see this face right here? You see?
Oh.
That's genuine surprise right there. That is like, that is him being absolutely like bamboozled. Taken aback.
Oh yeah. Oh
Yeah.
god.
Oh, I mean, I can.
What a fear come to life though.
Right. I mean, it's literally like someone's worst nightmare.
Truly,
You know?
yeah.
It's certainly one of my worst nightmares. I don't.
It's something, yeah. It's something I've always been scared of.
Right,
Even though there's no reason to be.
That's why you take the proper precautions. Here, we got his face on the
I don't
screen
have
right
any
now.
cameras anywhere.
Right. And this is a face of pure surprise. This is like,
Yeah.
this is this is the face of like a fatal error. Um,
That is oh yeah.
um,
That's a shocking realization.
right. This is a face of like, oh, I've just put my life into jeopardy. My reputation's tarnished.
It really is that like one sound effect of alarm.
Mm-hmm.
That's big on like TikTok and whatnot.
The
The
Metal Gear Solid, like
yeah.
that
Yeah.
one, yeah, yeah.
Yep.
And then the snort right before that. Like
Oh,
you,
yeah.
you just started the stream. You could have done that before you opened your mic.
Beforehand.
Right.
Yeah. It's also my greatest fear is to be like that, I will say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, the camera's on. Camera's on the whole time, huh?
Look at the camera.
I didn't even know. Like this is like
Look
deer
at that face
this
looking at the
is
camera.
this is deer in headlights. This
Yeah.
is
That
oh, this is the
that's like just woke up like confusion level.
yeah, this is like you're in a boxing match, right? It's like the second round,
Mhm.
and you're going into it, and the bell rings, ding, ding, ding. You're gonna go back. Your left eye is already swollen to shit. You can't hear anything out of your right eye.
Mhm.
Your jaw,
Mhm.
you know, you've lost a tooth or so, like whatever, and then you see the other person like unharmed, just like throwing that next punch at you, and time slows down. Your one good
Yeah,
eye
and this is
catches it.
yeah, as the punch catches him. Yeah.
Right, right. Your nose completely folds in, and this is your
Yeah.
face.
And like the face starts to contort slow-mo
Right.
style.
Yeah, his face is like contorting here already. It's insane.
Yeah.
It's insane. All right, well,
The camera's been on the whole time, huh?
the camera's been on the whole time, huh? To do that sort of like presenter's voice and keep up that persona after after the burst just happened. Um,
Yeah.
that
After
is
bursting.
that is such a commitment towards like not the bit, but like the ego, you know?
Yeah. Absolutely.
This is who Dark Side Phil is. And this is such a gaze into like the unyielding, narcissistic, mortal foil of a person he is. Ugh, what a
Yeah.
guy.
I don't even know.
Hello.
Hello.
I don't even know.
And the swaying. So the swaying, people have said throughout, you know, numerous videos, numerous commentators have picked up that
It's a
like
normal thing.
the swaying is normal for Phil.
Okay.
People think it's like a comfort behavior. It's like self-soothing.
Yeah.
Um,
Okay.
I'm not a doctor. I don't know if he's autistic, but it,
Mhm.
you know, that is a trait of, you know, people on the spectrum. You know, I might be on the spectrum for all I know. But
Mhm.
Phil has vehemently said he's not. But
Mhm.
you see this a lot with his older videos where you can like see him in a room and the camera's, you know, in the corner or whatever, and you see him like swaying back and forth, especially in moments of like discomfort, just to kind of like self-regulate. Um,
Huh.
but yeah,
Yeah.
clicking around. He's looking at the right now. This is very strategic. What he's doing, he's going back in the VOD. He's rewinding. He's seeing like, oh my god, did
Oh.
they just see
Now
that?
the camera's wait a minute. Everything's locked up.
Yeah, everything's locked up. Sure it is, Phil. Camera's off
Oh.
Oh, what's
now.
going on?
Oh, the camera's off.
I don't know what is going on.
Camera's been off the whole
Something's wrong.
time now.
Oh, it's so bad. Oh, it hurts. It hurts to watch.
Mm-hmm. And then I'm pretty sure he just continued with the
Can
stream.
anyone? Is the stream working? Can anyone hear me?
No. And the way he's trying to cover it, like, can anyone hear
Oh, okay.
me?
People are responding now. All right, the stream is
Oh,
working.
that
Good.
hurts.
Hello, Phil in my bed head.
Oh, it hurts.
I just wanted to let it play out because that was
Yeah,
such
that hurt. That
such
hurt
an
a lot.
ending. Such an ending. And this is just kind of a
Yeah.
close-up play-by-play of what's happening. We can put a little pumping music here.
Yeah.
Anyways. Phil did this, and then I'm looking on his channel right now, so this was 8 years ago.
Uh-huh.
And I'm pretty sure I found the video on his channel, and if we compare it, one sec, if we compare it to this over here, so yeah, this is, I found it. It's on here. It's still on his channel.
Why would he still have that up?
All right, hello everyone and welcome. How's everyone doing today on this lovely Sunday? If you can believe it. Oh my god, excuse me.
Burp.
And he
if you
just
can believe it, ladies and gentlemen. Today is May 1st, 2016.
It certainly is, Phil.
Yeah, what happened to the first freaking quarter of the year? I have no idea. It flew by very quickly,
First quarter ended in March.
Very quickly. And we're already in May.
He doesn't know very much at all.
No.
So, yeah. Here we go.
Here we go. So this is like immediately afterwards, right? He just continues with this.
He just really goes into it and goes into a whole stream.
Right. However, I think he's just talking. Because I'm looking at the thumbnail here.
What will I be doing today here at Live on the Stream? Well, it will be the continuation of Neo.
I also just hate this era of his voice. I don't know if you can
it's
hear
not
it.
good.
It's like this. No.
Yeah.
As you can see here, Neo. The very difficult, very Dark Souls-esque game from Tecmo.
You mind if I just skip through this and see if he's...
No, please do. Please skip.
I think, sorry, I think this was like an era before he was doing like the podcast. So this was like the pre-stream. So he'd just sit on this screen and it was either this or like his slideshow. And he'd just be, he'd just be talking. So I'm just going to skip ahead.
In regards to the fact that the enemy's do insane damage. They can kill you all, kill everything with 1 to 2 hits.
So it looks like he just didn't.
The fact that anyone can kill you within 1 to 2 hits.
Acknowledge it.
No.
So I'm gonna skip ahead.
He just tried to play it off, probably.
Actually, hold on, because I have it right here. I cannot even beat it today. I will promise you this though. Video that's kind of like my thoughts on Neo after playing Persona 3 as well. The marathon, okay?
Yeah, that's it.
The marathon.
He didn't address it. He doesn't address it at all. So a little context for this. A little context for this. Just so we're, laying the history history out very well. I'm gonna bring up a timeline. Now this timeline is from sorry. This timeline is from That Being Said, lovely podcast that covers Phil and all of his misgivings.
Yes, love That Being Said.
Shout out. That being said. So here, oops, I have a thing here. Hold on. No. Just kidding. Okay, you can see this little timeline, can't you?
Yes.
Okay. So it's a very long timeline, and this one, it's very interactive. As you can see here, it counts monthly views over time from 2010 to 2024. So this is the whole thing. It's pretty long. A lot of big events are on here. What we're going to be looking at today right here is the incident, May 1st, 2016. So right now...
Okay, so there's a good amount. That's like halfway in that timeline.
That is like halfway through. I mean, a little less than halfway through his content creation career, I guess.
Okay.
But what we want to look at here, the incident, May 1st. So you see he has like a view dip after this, and he doesn't recover for quite a long time.
Mm-hmm.
And honestly, that's like pretty much one of the final nails in the coffin for him, it looks like,
No,
for a
yeah,
long time.
he has like 2 peaks
Mm-hmm.
above that,
1, 2.
but other than that, no.
And
Everything is lower.
and those peaks are just before the "Why Am I Toxic" rant,
Yeah.
in when it was playing Dark Souls, and then afterwards in
After Meat Cat.
Meat Cat. So I wonder what these streams were. Anyways, so May 1st, 2016. That's where we're starting. Phil is in this situation, according to him, following like a really long period of depression due to being separated, but still like living in the same quarters as his very young girlfriend, Leanna, also known as Panda Lee.
Mm-hmm.
So if we jump back here, we can see in February of 2012, he reveals that Panda and she have been in a relationship.
Mm-hmm.
And now I think she moves in. I think she moves in around this time. I'm not quite sure. I could be wrong. But she moves in, and then like 2 years later, they move to Renton. So Leanna at this point, she's 18 here, 2012. In 2014, 2 years later, she's 20, maybe even 19. Potentially 21. I don't know when her birthday is. She goes off with him from Connecticut to the other side of the country, leaving all of her family to Renton, Washington.
Yeah.
And they live in the Snorf Fort. It's his lovely gated community condo, where he, is currently staying and is currently living his life in infamy. So I can just angle this. So everything you see on the history past this point happens in the condo.
In the condo.
In the condo. So the incident happened in the condo.
Yeah. Oof.
And
is he still in the condo?
He is still in the condo. He still lives in the same. He still lives in the Snort Fort. This is the same place that I was telling you, like last week, that he had like cameras. It was revealed that he had like a whole bunch of cameras on the outside, and Officer Whitney, the police officer that called him a 220, said he should call the FBI. She said when she went by the place, it looked like a grow house, just based on all the like domestic surveillance outside.
From how tricked up it was.
Right. Okay. Yeah. So he's still living there.
Wow.
And he's still streaming from the same room. The incident happened, and granted, it's not from the same couch. It looks like he got rid of the couch. Sometime around here, I want to say between May 2021 and 22. Not quite sure. That was after the vest streak, of course. Anyways, so Phil says he blames, the incident on like a history of him, or not a history, but like a really dark time in his life. He's living in the same condo as Leanna, but they're just kind of like roommates at this point. And they've been together since 2012. So 4 years they've been together at this point. And he says for the past, I think like year, they've been in a sort of like loveless cohabitation situationship, I guess. So he stays at home. She goes out. I think she works at like a coffee place or a tea place or something. Um, Not unlike his current wife, she works in retail. Um,
Mhm.
so she's going out. She's having a normal life. When she comes home to Mr. Burnell doing in his den, live streaming, and she's cooking them dinners still. And nobody wants to be in a situationship, but I mean, Phil probably didn't do a lot of work to get himself out of this sort of,
Correct.
this sort of situation. Um,
Yeah.
so, anyways, yeah, apparently they had just not been getting along for a year. She wanted to be, she was young. She wanted like a little bit more commitment, I guess. She wanted to have conversations about like, raising kids, uh, like settling down, maybe buying a better house. Um, but
Mhm.
Phil was very much not, even like getting married, right?
Mhm.
But I don't think Phil was very much on board. Um,
No.
so
Why do you think so? Why do you think not?
well, there's several theories out there, several theories that still are sticking. Um,
Okay.
One of them is Phil might be allegedly batting for the other team, so to speak,
Okay,
um,
okay.
or for the same team rather. Um, and Panda was sort of uh, a midlife crisis, I guess.
Mhm.
Granted, I think when they started dating, Phil was in his early 30s, Panda was like just turned 18. So, I
Yeah.
mean, that could be categorized as a midlife crisis, maybe.
Yeah, it could be.
Um, and I think he's still living in a midlife crisis, like almost 10 years later. Um,
Yeah.
but I think Phil is a gay man. Um, I'm not the only one to say that. Uh, if he's gay, so be it. I think he should just embrace his true self and not lie to himself and his family and his audience. If that is the case, right? I think he'd be a lot more happy, and I think the people
Mhm.
watching him would be um, largely accepting of that. Um, and I think it would afford a little bit more empathy on Phil's part.
Mhm.
Um, you know, Embracing the human condition a little bit on his part, since he is such a narcissist. People have a
Yeah.
hard time seeing past that, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
So yeah. Anyways, just getting in, I'm gonna let Phil speak for us,
Okay.
speak for me, to kind of give the context in how he and Panda Lee kind of fell out over the years. And there's a really long video. We're skip through it a little bit.
Okay.
Um, over here it's from Dublanc Duvel. Oh, hold
Let's
on.
watch.
Hold on. I gotta do it correctly. Just give me a second. Give me a second. I can do this. I can do this. I've done it before. I can do it again. Here we go.
Whew. All right, everyone. Hello and welcome back. For those of you who are watching this on YouTube,
Oh,
you probably, there's no big difference here to you because you're just watching the videos in sequence. And this is now part 3 of the Hate Live podcast for May
So this is just for context. This is a little bit over a year after Mayburst.
14th, 2017.
okay.
But for
Year.
those of you who were watching this live on stream, there was a good almost 5-hour break between the last part and this part. And of course, I'm going to explain to you what happened here because obviously everyone's going to be talking about what the hell.
I didn't tell you. Oh my god.
What did you not tell
So
me?
on May 14th, 2017, Panda Lee was taken to the hospital.
Oh, no, wait, what?
She had a panic attack at
Oh,
work, and Phil was her emergency contact. So she had an
okay.
ambulance ride to the hospital. And then Phil will tell the rest of the story.
Happened? Why did he
Okay.
run out of the house like that? And say that he had to
I'm
go.
going to speed him up, if you don't mind.
His
I
camera
don't
is
mind.
not straight. There we go. That's better. Now it's straight. Yep. Whew. Actually, no, whatever. It looks straight to me. Maybe I made it crooked now. I don't know. It looks straight to me. Anyway. All right, so here's what happened, everyone. I was sitting here, I was doing the podcast, as you know, I'm in the middle of my story about MCNs, right? In the middle of my story, and I'm, going full force. In fact, I was getting to the big climactic part of what actually happened at the end there. With my story with this Poltavi network or whatever. And as I'm about to get to, like, the climactic part, I get a phone call. I'm like, oh, boy. And it's from Leanna's job, and they're like, we need you to come in right now. We got a problem, call us back. Because the thing is that he called, I tried to answer, I couldn't answer. As you saw on stream, I was going to answer the phone. I tried, and it didn't even work. Like, I missed the call. So then I had to call them back.
So I'm just going to stop here. Notice how, like, one, oversharing. He doesn't have to tell us anything at all. He could just say, oh, I had a family incident happen. I'd respect, I'd really appreciate it if you just, respect our privacy at this time. Health incident. I'm sorry that there was a delay in the last stream. All right, let's get into the game. He didn't have to do any of this.
Yeah, no.
And basically they said, your girlfriend here is not doing too good. She had some kind of an anxiety attack, and she needs, she needs something. And basically paramedics had showed up. Okay. Now Leanna has a history of doing this, having these attacks. It's not her fault or whatever. She just had it in her life. She's had a bunch of them. And she just happened to have a really bad one at work today. It's happened before, and if it's at home, usually there's no problem. We can get her to calm down or whatever. But at this time, it happened in the middle of a work day. She was really stressed out, apparently, and boom, it hit her. And basically, it was so bad that no one could get her to calm down, and they had to call the paramedics. So I was like, okay, what should I do here? I don't have a car, so if I'm going to come to the mall, I need to get a taxi or whatever.
At this point, I think he's just doing this for sympathy because he wants the tips.
Because she has the car, she had it driven to her job, right? And I needed to get a taxi to her job so that I could, obviously be there and help her out. So I called her cell phone to see what was going on. She answered, which I didn't expect she would answer. I was like, okay. So I called the cell phone. And she's like, I'm here with the paramedics. They're gonna take me to the hospital because it's so bad. And I said, all right, well, here's what you do: leave the keys with your manager. Because what I'll do is I'll take a taxi.
He goes on for so long.
Drive from your job to the hospital, and I'll meet you at the hospital. Okay? Because we leave the
Yeah,
car anywhere,
I've
right?
lost
If I take
track.
a taxi to the hospital, it would make sense.
You've lost track. Okay.
I've lost track.
He's giving
I've
up
lost track.
too much detail. Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
The synthesized version of this story is they take her to the hospital. He gets a taxi to the hospital. He finds her. He basically is like, oh my God, Leanna, what's going on? Leanna doesn't really want him there, but she's like the only person he knows in Renton, right? So a nurse comes in, checks on him, gives Leanna a brochure about like anxiety and depression. Gives her a sedative, a pill that will help her be better. And then somebody comes in, talks about like financing if they, need to do like an installment plan to pay or whatever. It's actually like really great service. Like usually from what I understand, like if you don't have insurance and you go to the hospital, a lot of questions about the bill can come up, and I think their approach at this hospital was a little bit more like forthcoming, like, hey, if you do whatever, somebody came in and told them there are options for paying the bill. That's all that matters. And then Phil keeps going on and on about how this was insane.
And now it's like a tizzy. You got to try to calm her down, right? Now in this case, they drugged her. So she got drugged. She was woozy or whatever. So I sat there with her, and I'm not even kidding. We sitting there waiting. I said, well, what are we waiting for? She says, I guess they told me that there's going to be a counselor that's going to be coming in and talking to me about this and what happened or whatever to make sure I'm all right. And then, we can't get any further help or diagnosis until this counselor comes in. Okay. All right. So we're sitting there, and I look down, and on her lap, she's on a hospital gurney or whatever, sitting there in the room. On her lap is a brochure. I said, what's this? I pick it up. Finance, how to pay. Finance. I'm like, you're in the emergency room. They already gave you a way to pay the bill.
Why is he getting
and I'm looking
so
at it like, imagine
heated?
you had your arm chopped off and your arm is fucking squirting blood. Before they start suturing it, do they hand you the payment brochure first just to be sure you can fucking pay? I couldn't believe it. I was like, if that was me and I was sitting in an emergency room, I'd be fucking offended.
Yeah. I don't know. If this was me, I mean, I don't think I'd have the same reaction. I think
No, I don't think so.
And I think he's also playing this up for the audience because he wants content and he wants something to complain about. That could be like a really easy way to speak all this away, but I don't know. Phil's insane.
On rye bread with a piece of lettuce and a piece of cheese.
Oh yeah, he ate her lunch. They
come
got our
on,
lunch
dude.
and he ate it.
like a packet of mustard, and a couple
Ugh.
saltines, and a apple juice, and like a little. The apple juice looked like it was like a yogurt cup. I've never even seen apple juice stored like that before. And string cheese. Now Leanna hates string cheese, and Leanna wasn't super hungry for like a sandwich, so she ate some saltines. Good, she got something in there. And there was water there to give her water. She didn't want the apple juice, so we gave her the apple juice or whatever. All right. So now we wait again. We're waiting and waiting. So anyway, I forgot to tell you before the nurse left. She said the counselor is coming. You just have to wait. You have to wait because there's other people here. I'm like, wow, thanks. How long did we wait for the counselor? What do you think? Did we wait an hour and a half? Yeah, well, no, longer than that. We wait an hour and 45 minutes? Okay, maybe we waited 2 hours? Yeah, no, longer than that. Almost 2.5 fucking hours we sat there, okay, waiting for a counselor to come into the room. The counselor was an elderly woman. You could tell she's probably in her 60s, white woman, comes in with 2 pieces of paper. Okay, she comes in. Hi, how you doing? Are you in pain? No, that's good. You're still having anxiety? No, that's good. Okay. They gave you some drugs, right? Yeah, okay, that's why you're calm. That's why you're woozy. It's because you're on the drugs. So here's 2 pieces of paper explaining what anxiety attacks are. Have you ever had an anxiety attack before? And I'm like, so they admitted her. Well, they didn't admit her. They bring her into the emergency room. They administered a drug, and no one even asked her when she was brought in anything at all. They had no basic information whatsoever about this thing. She'd been sitting there for 2.5 hours. She might have been having a life-crippling anxiety attack where she's gonna fucking lose her mind and be mentally lose her shit. And she comes in. Did you ever have an anxiety attack before? She's like, yeah.
Phil has never had any sort of major medical incident. Like, granted, he was in the hospital when he was like super young after a car accident, but I don't know. He is just speaking like such a, I don't know. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like
He's got no
it's
respect
just
for the situation.
no, none at all.
What's the word I'm looking for? Patronizing woman I've ever heard in my life. She's given zero useful information whatsoever, and we waited 2.5 fucking hours for her. Okay. By the way, I'm not done yet.
Two and a half
shout out
hours.
to Smart Weirdo 95 today. 2,000
Got to call out the tips.
cheer. Thank you, Smart
Yeah.
Weirdo 95. He says, I've been watching since I was in middle school. Now I'm in college. Thanks for entertaining me over the years. Thank you very much, Smart Weirdo. That's very appreciated. 2,000 bit cheer is awesome, and obviously he's the cheerleader today for the stream.
This is what he's doing it for, by the way. Like,
Okay.
he's
For the tip.
Okay.
it's for the contributions.
Yeah.
She literally says, okay, well, I'm done. See you later. And she starts walking out the door. I was like, whoa, 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 whoa. What's going to happen now? Are we still staying? Are you going to get a doctor? What's going to happen here? And she says, I guess I'll go talk to the doctor. And then she leaves. American healthcare, ladies and gentlemen. What a great system we have, right? So guess how long that we waited?
Yeah.
Guess how long that we waited, folks? About another 20 minutes, I would say. About another
Wait.
20 minutes we just sat.
This is just a normal experience at the doctor.
No, but I need you to go back like 10 seconds. It's a repeat.
It is a repeat. Good call out. Good call out. Excellent call out. Excellent call out. I think we have that right right here.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah.
Corporate wants to find you. Corporate wants you to find the difference between these 2 images.
There is no difference, Chase.
There is no difference. Oh my god. Wow, that is an excellent call out. Oh my
Thank you.
gosh. That is incredible. Even like
Yeah.
the goatee is trimmed. Like the bald spot in the goatee is still there. Wow.
Yeah.
I just can't stop looking at it. That's incredible. That is incredible. Oh my gosh.
Yep. I didn't think it would line up that well.
Healthcare, ladies and gentlemen. What a great system. Are we still staying?
Where I
Are
need
you
an
going to get a
edit where it
doctor?
goes
What's
like
going to happen here?
from
And she says, I guess I'll go talk
like
to the doctor. And then
the first one to him popping up to like talking.
Oh, that'd be great. That'd be really great.
Yeah.
I like that.
staying? Are you going to get a doctor? What's going to happen here? And she says, I guess I'll go talk to the doctor. And then she leaves.
Yeah, let's try to cue it up.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
All right. Hold on.
American healthcare, ladies and gentlemen. What a great system we have, right?
I messed it up a little bit, but yeah, it's pretty much the same. Hold on.
That got me. American healthcare, ladies and gentlemen.
We could do it again. Oh, hold on. Wait.
I guess I'll go talk to the doctor. And then
Wait.
she leaves.
Wait. Ready?
American healthcare, ladies and gentlemen. What a great system we have, right? Guess how long that we waited? Folks? about another 20 minutes, I would say. About another 20 minutes, we just sat around doing nothing. So now for a grand total, we've been in this place for almost 3 hours, okay? Almost 3 whole hours.
Shut up, Phil. Anyways, he just complains and complains.
She's already under the plan of her mother. That was one of the things that will help you so that you can get that stress relieved and it doesn't.
All right, we're skipping forward July 25th,
It's been gone for over 2
2017.
years, right? There's still people, folks, and this is the God's honest truth. I have been, broken up with my ex-fiance at this point for almost 3 months, okay? I never really announced when the breakup happened. It happened behind the scenes. No one was even aware of when it really happened, all right? Almost 3 months. People are still talking about her. People are still, when they're making these nasty videos, in the thumbnails, they still got her face. It's like, dudes, you are so fucking behind the times.
So,
like, are you fucking retarded?
What happened? Oh, Phil, that's a certifiable word. So in kind of like a last ditch effort to basically keep Leanna in the game, essentially. Phil gave Leanna fake engagement ring.
A fake engagement ring?
Well, I guess. So
what do you mean?
So I guess he bought. I'm trying to find the image of it right here.
Okay.
I don't know. He just wanted to be. Sorry. No dead air, please.
So he bought a fake engagement ring. What do you mean by fake?
So Leanna,
like, is it
okay? So Leanna posted on her Instagram, like an engagement ring. So I'm doing a horrible job explaining this, and Google is not helping me. Oh my gosh.
Google doesn't want to find the fake engagement ring.
Google does not want me to find the fake engagement ring. Hold on.
Okay. We're holding. We're looking for the fake engagement ring.
Oh no.
We cannot.
Fake engagement ring DSP. Let's see. Really? Like zero? Nothing.
Zero.
The YouTube
results.
algorithm is awful.
Wow.
Sorry, it's not awful. It's just like, I don't know.
Not pulling back what we need
It's
right
not
now.
pulling back what we need. Anyways, Phil gave Leanna an engagement ring to kind of like get her to stay, essentially. And
okay.
It
like
worked
an
for,
ultimatum one type.
I guess it worked for a little
Not
bit.
like ultimatum, but
it didn't really work.
No.
So yeah.
Partied?
Never
Why
does.
are you putting? I just saw the other day, because I see them because they show up in my stupid related videos because YouTube's so stupid. It's like, this is how you don't play Tekken 7. All right, yeah, I'm not great at Tekken. I understand. That's really what you do. If really you're so pathetic that all you can become popular on YouTube anymore is making dramas.
He's basically complaining about people making drama videos about Leanna leaving him.
So, I knew YouTube, kind of the YouTube party was over. It was time to move on to the Twitch focus.
The
and
cat is
seeing
going
the
crazy.
potential that I saw in that 1 month, just 1 month, I went from making nothing on Twitch to making a decent amount. I was like, if I stick out this, things could really turn around, okay? And so it was actually April on where I changed my focus completely to be, I want to be a stream-oriented guy. I want to be a guy who every single day when I come out to stream, that's my focus, to entertain the people on stream, to...
And then next month he had
to give you guys
Mayburst.
a fun, entertaining experience that feels more interactive, because that's going to get people to cheer, sub, and tip. That's going to get more people to come to the streams every day, and it's going to make things great. And I'll be honest, from then on, for the rest, every month, more subscribers, more viewers, more revenue. Every single month that I've been doing this on Twitch.
It's all about that revenue.
Better.
All about that revenue.
All about it.
And I couldn't be happier in that regard, all right? But while all that was going on, right? While all that was happening, behind the scenes with my ex-girlfriend, things were falling apart to the point, like I said, it was more like we were just roommates. And a lot of people
And
asked
they
me the
were
question,
roommates.
Phil, how on
they
earth
were
do you
roommates.
get engaged to someone and then within a month break up with them? How can that happen? How could you have gotten engaged in April and then broke it off and ended the relationship in May? It doesn't even make sense. The truth of the matter,
Well.
folks, and this is something again I have not talked about until today. So big reveal here.
Big reveal.
The engagement was legit,
just like the incident.
It was a band-aid on an already broken relationship. All right. Already, we had multiple discussions where we were not happy with where we were, and we.
I should have just played the video. I'm such an idiot.
Wanted to. If you remember at that point, I made it so that instead of only having a half day where we run out and did errands together, instead I was taking the whole day. So basically, my ex and I could spend personal time together and then run and do our errands and everything. So it would be a better day. But even then,
just like he does with his current wife.
We were taking days.
Yeah.
And we were like, what do you want to do today? I don't know. What do you want to do? I really don't know. I'm stressed out. I really don't care. Well, then let's just fucking do whatever. And it wouldn't matter. It would be like a wasted day. We wouldn't do anything significant or anything fun together because really it was kind of like we were so stressed out about everything else we just didn't care. And that was terrible, you know. So what ended up happening was. I had purchased an engagement ring for my ex-girlfriend almost a full year beforehand, all right? And the plans that we had made were that, gee, if things finally get financially stable, we wanted to go to California together. We wanted to do a mini vacation. It was going to be like a long, expensive vacation. Maybe 2-3 days in California where we could go to like Universal Studios for a day or Disneyland for a day. And I would propose to her there, okay?
Universal Studios is in Florida.
For the rest of our lives. And yeah, it might be...
Pretty sure there's one on the West Coast as well.
Maybe. But anyways.
Here, let's see if you're going to get felted.
Probably. I just always thought it was in Florida.
Orlando, Florida. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm smarter.
Hollywood. Oh yeah, we've got Orlando Studios, Hollywood.
Oh, okay. Well, lame.
Yeah. I'd show it, but
where we come back and we're not able to get married right away. Because of all the stressful financial stuff going on back home. But at least we're engaged and we can be happy that one day we're going to get married. And then it was kind of like, well, time passes, more financial shit happens, we can't go, more stressful stuff happens. Now we're not going too good together, you know, to the point where it was like the ring.
It really just seems like a series of excuses. I don't want to commit to you, so I'm going to make excuses. And honestly, this is at the time when Phil is making the most money he has ever made. Granted, there was an adpocalypse during this time, but before that, in the years that he's talking about, he was making hundreds of thousands of dollars a year.
Ring's just sitting here, and it's like, when's it gonna happen? I don't know. You know?
Yeah.
And I didn't just want. And one day I remember we just kind of sat down, we were laying in bed together, and we looked at each other, and she said to me, "You know what? You should just give me the ring because we're never gonna find a perfect time. It seems like this is our life now. Every day is just constant stress. You don't know if we're gonna be able to pay the bills. We're probably never gonna be able to go to California. Just give me the ring." All right, so I did, you know, and it really was completely unromantic. And she put the ring on, and we took a picture for Instagram or whatever. And you know, that's what I mean. Like, it really wasn't legitimately. It didn't seem like it was like a legit engagement because already things had been so falling apart. And a real, honestly, what it felt like was more of just, like I said, a band-aid. Things were already falling apart. Quick, let's get engaged, and maybe things will magically become better. Well, no surprise. We had like 1 or 2 days that were better, and then things went right back to normal. Where I was worried about financially, would I be able to pay everything? She had kind of more gone off and focused on her own life. She was real focused on her job at that point. She wanted to get promoted to her job and maybe go full-time, in which case if she's working full-time and I'm working full-time, now we're not even going to see each other even less, right? And so behind the scenes, things just kept falling apart.
So if you're working full-time and she's working full-time, you'll see each other like the average amount of people who work and live and are married.
Yeah, like everybody else who works full-time.
Right. Like, that's not enough time for you?
Yeah.
Like, Phil.
Apparently not.
Come on, fella. What else are you hiding?
Falling apart.
Like, that's just not a good excuse.
Apart, all right. Now, I'm not going to tell you the full story. There's a lot of other stuff that happened too. But basically, by late April, the whole relationship had fallen apart, all right? Within 3 weeks of us getting engaged, the whole thing had just, you know, blown up to the point where we weren't getting along anymore. I was working, and we would have we would eat dinner together, and then we wouldn't even see, like, I would work again, and I wouldn't even see her because she would go to sleep because she had to work early in the morning. So I would be up at night watching stuff myself. We wouldn't even have significant time. It was like we were avoiding each other. Our schedules didn't even coincide anymore. So it really was like we were just roommates sharing a house rather than, you know, a couple, an engaged couple.
It also kind of sort of sounds like what's currently happening with his current wife, Kat.
That's true.
She works retail. I don't think she's full-time. I think she's part-time. But Phil says he's making time for her. And there was this big deal like 3 or so months ago where he's like, hey guys, I have to end the stream at 9:30 so I can go downstairs and spend some time with my wife. And then he didn't hit like a couple of goals or whatever, and he basically just said, like, fuck it, my wife doesn't need this time with me. I'm just gonna stream as long as I can so I can get that money.
Yeah, he's all about the money.
A big blow up,
right?
Around the end of April, a big blow up, to the point where it was kind of agreed upon that was it, that it was over. But We knew exactly what would happen. If we announced this publicly to the world, especially after just getting engaged, what would more negativity, more snoops in our lives, more people trying to fuck with us and find private information and be just fucking nasty to us in general. So we kind of decided together, we're not going to tell anyone. We're just going to pretend like we're still together, all right? Until a time when she's kind of moved out and things, you know, the truth of the matter was, I didn't tell you guys that I had broken up with my ex for like almost 2 whole months after she was gone. So she had been gone for a while, and I was doing stuff by myself. And it was funny because I remember during that time period.
He just goes on and on and on about it. We're moving forward. May 12th, 2019.
I feel that I've changed for the better. My regular viewers.
It's crazy how much he has to talk about it.
Right.
Wait, this is 2 years later?
This is 2 years later.
And he's still talking about it.
And he's still talking about it. Notice, I think he's had a significant downgrade in his stream visuals here.
No, absolutely.
It looked much better
Back when,
2 years ago.
ladies and gentlemen, in 2012, I made public my relationship
So this is 3 years after the incident.
with a woman at that time
Okay.
who was my girlfriend. Okay, and she very much became a part of my content over a 5-year span that I was involved with this woman. She went by Panda Lee on the internet. That was her nickname or whatever. And there's always been lies and slander and complete horrific nonsense regarding my relationship with Panda Lee, which is horseshit. And the thing is, it's in my past. I mean, we haven't been together in over 2 years. I now have married to a beautiful, lovely woman named Kat, and my life is great. But the thing is, people to this day still fucking bring up this bullshit.
We
So
love Kat.
tonight, for the first time ever, I'm
Yeah.
debunking this bullshit. All right? The first thing that everyone fucking says to me is that, Phil, you first met Panda Lee when she was underage. She was under the age of 18. When you first started talking to her, you were grooming her so that you would finally go out with her and all this shit. And all of that is complete and utter fucking bullshit nonsense. False.
You hear
The fact is
that?
Back then, this was a different era.
I
all right?
hear
It
it.
was a different era of YouTube.
It was a different era.
And back then, people used to use YouTube private messaging. I don't even use that anymore. Sending me a private message on YouTube. I haven't even looked at a YouTube private message in a great better part of 5 years. I'm not even exaggerating. Okay. So she actually, as a fan, a viewer, private messaged me on my DSP gaming channel. I believe the very first date was it was like November of 2011. November of 2011. Okay. And I didn't know who she was. Basically, she was just someone friendly, someone who I talked to back and forth via messaging for about 2 months. And then after that, we wanted to start talking a little bit more, so we started texting each other. And, you know, it just grew from there. And then we dated on and off from the year of 2012, I say probably early to mid-2012, all the way through 2014, when eventually she moved in with me as we moved across the country out here to the state of Washington. And she lived with me from 2014 until early 2017 when we broke up, okay?
Okay.
So she wasted, like, the best years of her youth on
Truly, yeah,
on-
on this guy.
on this grease ball.
Yeah.
Ugh.
During that
I
period
feel
of time,
so
we had
bad
highs
for
and
her.
lows. And one of the misconceptions that everyone tells me is that
Granted, Leanna herself was not. I think she's also a narcissist. But I think she's a lot better than Phil. Because she was young. She, you know, you learn through these things. But Phil was already like a fully fledged adult and is still doing these awful things for money and attention. And just a couple days ago, he called that one girl, strangely Lexi, a slut for, you know, crouching on stream or squatting on stream.
oh,
Yeah.
so she was underage when you started talking to her and dating her and doing stuff with her behind the scenes, and you're a pedophile and all this crazy shit. It's all bullshit. And the thing is, if anyone actually had a fucking brain in their head who said this, they would do the math and figure it out. She's always made public her birthdays. She would do social media posts.
So this whole thing is like, oh, she wasn't underage when we started dating. I'm not a child predator. But we could
I'm not a child
we could jump
predator.
ahead here.
Those things happen, all right? However, the way that this is phrased makes it seem like this is direct cause and effect, right? When you see the statement like this, in fact, here, I'll do it like this. Now you can actually see the whole thing. This literally makes it look like cause and effect, okay? Here's what really happened. We had already not had a relationship for almost...
So I just want to look at his visuals here. Notice how like dark and like damp his video looks here. Like,
Yeah.
look how like, I don't know. It's just, it looks like he's streaming from a fucking crypt or something.
It's gotten sadder.
You know what it is? It's certainly sadder. It's the King Cobra JFS like camera smudge, and he just hasn't cleaned his camera lens.
Yeah.
And you
absolutely.
have like a like a whole era of videos that just are, you know, blurry as shit.
almost 2 years,
Yeah.
all right? And it was really bad.
I'm
to the point
sneezing.
where we had already broken up.
I sneezed.
Exactly when, I don't remember, but it was definitely before that day when this happened. She was in the actual process of moving out. What she was actually doing was working with her friends to figure out, you know, the timeline or whatever. I was trying to be as nice as I possibly could be and give her the time she needed because I didn't want to kick her out of the house like an asshole. Since it was, you know, basically a mutual deal that we were breaking up. It wasn't like you get out or you get out. It was more like, okay, it's not working anymore. Let's split. And at this point, if I remember,
And
correctly, she already had some of her stuff out of the house and was in the process of kind of like the second half. Okay, but was she still sleeping here? Yes, at that time. And this was a very weird situation for me, and here's why: we were no longer involved anymore. It was kind of like, you know, two roommates at this point until she was out. All right, I was trying to do the right thing, trying to be an asshole and throw her out of the house or whatever. And
They were.
I knew that she was emotionally very upset about what was going on, okay? But I didn't know what exactly would become of it, honestly. One day she goes to work when I'm streaming, and during the stream I get an urgent phone call.
There's a lot of the same, but anyways, this was just a walk down memory lane on like Phil's. He's just not taking any sort of accountability of like, okay,
No.
I was like, this relationship wasn't working. You know, maybe I'm in the wrong for tearing her away from her family. And you know, putting her in not really foreign land, but like he ripped her
He
away.
put her in the crossfire. And
Right.
yeah. He did take her away from what she knew. Yeah.
Right. And then she's had to build this life not only with this greaseball, but knowing nobody in the Seattle area. And
Yeah.
her greaseball boyfriend is a Twitch streamer, YouTube streamer, whatever, who who streamed himself yanking his crank, cranking his yank,
Yanking the crank.
yanking the crank.
Yeah.
He is the guy, and he will always be the guy.
In, our group right now who's like streaming this whole thing. He's sort of like semi-famous.
Oh, yeah, I think that's Sparks said Phil. He was the guy that got caught for masturbating in front of children. Yeah,
Okay,
so he was caught masturbating. I think he's like 35 years old.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
he was masturbating in front of children.
That's
on
right.
YouTube
Yeah.
live stream. Hilarious. He's like
He's
he's a
twitching.
pervert or something. I think he's a
That's
pervert
right, I'm a
or
huge
something.
pervert, guys. That's all I do. I just masturbate constantly in front of children. You're absolutely right. That's
Oh
what
my
I know.
god.
You got exposed for doing that. That's
I got
That's like-
completely exposed.
yeah,
Absolutely.
you did. You didn't
I
even
know
know the camera was on.
You know every inch of
Are
you know
the
every
guy?
inch of my dick
Are
and
you
balls.
the
Right?
guy?
You know
Are you
every
the
inch of my
guy?
dick and balls.
It's the guy watching his Twitch.
Is that really?
The guy, I'm watching his Twitch.
It's the guy.
Guy?
You know
Are you
every
the
inch of my
guy?
dick and balls.
It's the guy watching his Twitch.
Is that really him? Is he the one that got caught, Matt?
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Just leave the game, dude. Like, I don't know. Stop streaming. Get a real job. Get a real job.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot to tell you. So Phil grew up in Connecticut, right? And he used to
Okay.
work. He grew up in Bridgeport, Connecticut. My mom also used to live in Connecticut.
Right.
She lived near Bridgeport,
Right.
and she had friends who also worked at the same place Phil and Phil's dad worked at, Sikorsky Helicopters. Granted,
Whoa.
it's a really big like aviation manufacturing facility, what have you, but
Uh-huh.
it's just crazy that you know, Phil could be like a third or a fourth you know, field, a circle away from me, and I don't know, it's crazy. It's crazy
It really closes the world.
because it's the
And makes
guy.
it smaller and it's weird and it's the guy.
It's the guy. She lived there in like the late 80s, early 90s. So Phil would be like he turned 8 in 1990. So he'd be
Mhm.
like early teens at the latest. She would be there. But anyways, Phil will go on to live in infamy, to be the guy, yeah. One little final video here, I guess, making fun of Phil.
Nothing but love.
They deserve to die, Jason.
The Dark
Make
Phil,
them
where's Leanna?
suffer.
Where's Leanna? You Leanna having
Oh, here we go
relationship
again.
problems?
Here we go again.
Huh?
Where's Leanna?
Take your side, Phil. You gonna man begging side, Phil? You gonna block begging side?
See, now how did he get
He
into the match
rage
is the
quit.
question. How did he actually get into the match? Did he join afterward, or did he join as a spectator? Right? So I don't know how that happened. How did he get in? That's what I mean. This game's
Oh my
fucking
gosh.
doggy as shit. Anyone could just come in and troll whenever the fuck they want and be.
Yeah, that's Phil. That's everything that you need to know about the incident, pretty much. He would later deny it, and then finally own up to it, and then basically say that, you know, it wasn't really big deal, and you should stop making fun of him because of it. And now he's with his lovely bride. They got married in 2019, and they're still married today. He and Kat are wonderful. They're really made for each other.
Yeah, absolutely.
The beautiful bride and husband. Yeah, they're great. They're great. They're great. We wish them the best, and we wish you the best. But do you have any questions about like the incident or Darkside Phil or anything surrounding uh, the bursting of May?
So this was on Twitch or YouTube?
This was on Twitch. This was before he got
Twitch.
banned off Twitch. He got banned off Twitch
Right.
because people sent the Twitch, like, I guess mod teams, I guess, a compilation of all the awful things Phil had done, including
Okay.
the
Including this.
yes. There was the Hello Jew thing. There was a bunch of other racist stuff. Yeah. He got kicked off of
Wow.
there, and now he only streams on YouTube. I think he can go
And
back to
Kick.
Twitch and Kick now. Yeah, but he's probably going to be done with Kick here soon because one of his biggest
You
whales,
think?
one of his biggest whales is gone. He's only got one left on there. It's Dr. Lexus, who was also known as I think it's OIC, Only Ice Coffee. Just another whale who uses different accounts to give Phil money so people can't harass him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, I guess since Iron Chef is gone,
I
he
think
doesn't have too much of a reason to be on Kick anymore.
I think Kick is I think Kick is going away here soon.
Yeah.
It's not looking good. It's not looking good.
What do you think about though? Because that's where isn't the WWE show only on Kick?
No, I think that's also on YouTube.
Okay.
I don't think he's going to be doing that show very much either because Kino Casino, Triple P, that's what people like to call him, PPP.
Yeah.
The dude he does the show with, who's actually really into wrestling and has, you know, this ability to be a really successful, entertaining host. I don't really think he's that entertaining, but that's just my
No,
opinion.
not at all.
PPP is a lot more charismatic than Phil, and I don't know if you've seen any of the clips, but that show is just not going to work, especially after the great snaking of Phil on. Did I show you the Stephen Cambion Truth Seekers show where Phil got yelled at by Stephen, and then Broside Phil came on? And
I don't think you've shown me
I-
yet,
I-
but I think we talked about it.
I think I definitely talked to you about it. So
Yeah. Or if you did show me it, it's not in my brain.
yeah. There's a lot of context you need for that.
That's true. That can be another time.
Sure. I don't know. It's just a, you know, it's just a I don't think there will be much of any snark guys later. I could be wrong. Or smark guys, I forget what it's called. But only time will tell. Because I don't know. The relationship between the Kino boys and good old Philip is getting tenuous at best. Yeah. To answer your question, I don't know. Phil does not play well with others, and it's unfolding right now.
Wow. I can't wait to see it.
Very good. Very cool. Very quirky. Very neat. Anything you wanna add towards the end here?
Uh, it's just wild, man.
And he's still streaming. Like
And he's still going,
he'll
and
be- he'll
people still
give him money.
contribute.
Yeah. I mean, it's definitely on
Yeah.
the downhill. I think this, people have been saying it for
Well, we saw
years.
the timeline. Yeah, he's been plateaued for
A long,
forever.
long time.
Yeah.
I could just bring that up again if you want. The time,
It would illustrate the point, but yeah.
wherever it is. Hold on. It would illustrate the point very well, and I think you're very astute for bringing that up. So yeah,
Because it's very flat there at the end.
it's very
It
flat.
just goes downhill, and then it's so flat
Right. And this is
for
even
so long
and it's only up to date as of December.
after Meet Cat.
Yes, meat cat. Cat meat. Yummy.
Yeah.
Yummy. So yeah, it's gonna be it's gonna be gonna be a great year. It's already been a great year so far. We're already a quarter way
Yeah.
through the year.
We're only a sixth of the way through the year.
I was quoting Phil from earlier.
Yeah, that's true. We are only a quarter. We're a quarter of the way through
Yeah,
the year.
there you go.
We're not.
There you
Not
go.
at all.
Not at all.
Not at all.
Not at all. All right. Don't be Phil. Don't masturbate on camera. Anything else?
Yeah.
Anything? You got something else? What do you got?
Spay neuter your pets.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.